Google Calendar and Gemini AI organized my entire chaotic life, and they are completely free. I was drowning until I built this system that puts me back in control. So I looked at my Google Calendar beyond keeping birthdays and holiday reminders, turned it into my personal command center, then added Gemini AI to automate the boring stuff. And all of these start with just one shift most people overlook, and that is organizing your life into categories before you even touch your calendar. By the end of this video, you will have your own productivity system using tools that you already own. Phase one, organize your entire life. This is where you will spend the most time. Good thing is you only have to do this once, after which you will only be updating it as needed. Step one, categorize your life. I want you to view your entire life like buckets. Then create a bucket for each aspect of your life. About 12 categories of life, I think, but the most common ones are like career, health, relationship, personal growth, finances, and recreations. Honestly, you can group this as you want. For this video, I'm going to be focusing on mine, which are family, personal, business and admin, and finance. Step two, capture. You need to grab a book or open a document to your system and write down every single thing you do from the moment you wake up till you go to bed. Nothing is inconsequential. This is mine. Call it master to-do list or backlog. Your morning routine to creating project plans to loading dishwasher and nurturing friendships, school runs, grocery shopping, vacation, girls' nights out, reading, writing, studying, exams. You know, all of that things that you do, write them down, and that will become your master list, which you will always update. So make sure it is kept safe and easily accessible because you will always need it. The major problem we have is that we keep everything we need to do in our heads, and that is why we are constantly stressed and can't even sleep well at night. This step two is very important. Step three, look at your 24 hours window and break them into blocks. The purpose of this is to let you visualize empty space and energy shifts. Now, this will make more sense when we get to work in Google Calendar. I have my broken into 5. From 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. is my bedtime. Now, from 5 a.m. to 10 here is my morning. And 10 to 1 is midday. 1 to 4 p.m. here is my afternoon. 4 to 8 is evening. You don't need to do 5 like me. 3 is okay: morning, afternoon, and evening. Decide a time window for each, because later you will have to decide what activities you want to do during this time window and how much time you have for each activity or task within that time window. It will help if you actually grab something out like this so you can visualize it. Once you have these day blocks broken out like this, you need to start thinking of your current life right now. What are the activities you do during this hour to this hour? How much time do you spend on each activity? Do you have a window somewhere that you can use for something new that you want to start doing? By the time you look at your day-to-day activities and assign tasks to each window, you will be able to see how much free time you have, or maybe you don't even have any free time at all. However, you'll be able to allocate and distribute activities across your day. Step 4 is sorting. In step 1, you created categories for your life: family, personal, business, finance. And in step 2, you created your master to-do list. And in all of that to-do list, you can actually tell which ones are family, which ones are finance, which ones are personal. Okay, so you need to sort them into those buckets that you created in step 1. And in step 3, you created a time window to fix all of those activities in your time windows, in your day blocks. Additionally, add the frequency of this task, the day it must happen, and reminder if you need one. It should all look like days. Some of these activities must be non-negotiables, that is, they must happen on this particular day and if possible at this particular time. This includes the ones you have control over and the ones you do not have control over. For instance, self-care is an event for me that must happen every Friday. This is how I make sure that I don't look like what I'm going through. Swimming lesson is an activity I do not have control over, but it must happen every weekday for 2 weeks between 9:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. Those are non-negotiables and they reoccur. By the way, you don't have to create this table if you do not want to. I created a Google Sheet template that you can use. You can find the link in the description. Phase 2, execution tools. Using Google Calendar and Gemini AI to organize, time block, set reminders, and also create tasks. So now let's talk about Gemini a little bit. Gemini has some limitations working with Google Calendar, but we will address them as we go on with this video. The most important one is that Gemini only have access to your primary calendar. It cannot see your secondary calendars. So if you had multiple calendars to your Google Calendar here, Gemini cannot see it. Here is what I recommend for most people. Start with one primary calendar and just let Gemini automate everything for you. This is the fastest way to get organized. Open Gemini and use schedule the following recurring events in my calendar. Copy the table that you created earlier, paste it in Gemini. Gemini will create all your events for you. But Gemini won't create the tasks that you have on your table. Based on the table, it recognizes them as descriptions for your events. Don't worry, we will handle tasks later with Gemini. Once that is done, review your calendar, make sure everything is as it's supposed to be. Confirm your reminders are set. Now you can go ahead to add colors to the events on your calendar as you wish. You can color code your events as per your categories. If you are new to using Google Calendar with your Gemini, Gemini may ask you to connect your Google Workspace with Gemini, and don't worry, just click connect. That's the only way Gemini will have access to your calendar. I'm going to be sharing some tips on choosing colors at the end of this video, so don't go away yet. If you would like to have all of your calendars separate and not have them all go onto your primary calendars, now we have to do the whole entry manually. But what we'll be doing is to import the Google Sheet we created the other time into Google Calendar. First, create your day blocks. Mine is 5, and that is bedtime, morning, midday, afternoon, and evening. So go to create event, name it bedtime, what time does it start and what time does it end? It starts at 9 and ends at 5 a.m. in the morning, and it repeats daily. All of my day blocks are set. I'm just going to bring in the rest of the calendars. Remember the buckets or categories you created earlier, the names of those categories automatically becomes your calendar name. To create your multiple calendars, go to other calendars here, click the plus button and select create new calendar. I'm just going to give this family and click create calendar. Then repeat the same process for the rest of your categories. So to give your calendar color, go to each calendar, click the plus button beside it, then enter your X code to give it your custom color and repeat the same process for the rest of the calendars. You need to go back to the tables or the sheet that you created that has all your categories, your tasks, your reminders and everything on there. If you have them all in one sheet, you need to start separating them into different sheets, because each of those sheets we will import them into Google Calendar. For instance, if I want just the family calendar on here, I'm going to delete the rest of the activities here, then download this in .csv, name it family calendar, save it. So now let's import the Google Sheets into each of the calendars that we created. I'm just going to come to the left hand side here and select import, then select file, then select the calendar that I want in my folder. This is family calendar, and then I'm going to change this here because this is automatically showing primary calendar. I need to select the calendar that corresponds with the Google Sheet. So I'm just going to click. So I'm just going to select family, then import. And all of my events on that Google Sheet has been imported to Google Calendar. Then I'm going to repeat the same process for the rest of my calendars. Let's go back to see. Yeah, you can see they're all there. This is so fun. Now the drawback with this Google Sheet is that Google Calendar does not respect all of the information that you have on your Google Sheet. Some of these events are recurring events. The calendar did not recognize the rules that we put on that Google Sheet. What it has done is just created all of the events for just the corresponding days. Now the next thing you want to do is to make them reoccur. We will just click save, then it has put them there. It reoccurs every day of your life except you change it. You can repeat these steps for all the rest of the calendars that you have in your Google Sheet. So you can see all of the events are now scheduled under all of the day block that we created earlier, and you can see them sitting pretty inside those day blocks. You can vividly see how much time you have. Like all of this space here, they are actually your free times that you can use to do any other thing else, like your regular task, your low effort task, any other thing that you want to do. You can actually see the time that you have to do, to study, to go to the gym, to go out with the girls, to do family time, to start a new hobby, to start a new training. You can actually see the free time that you have on your hands that you think you did not have. So how do you add your task in Google Calendar with Gemini? Your calendar is meant to have activities that are non-negotiables and reoccur. So put that in mind. They are not meant to hold your to-dos. However, Google has integrated tasks to their calendar. Actually see it when you click on create event. You will see events and task beside it. You can add task under each of the activity you want manually. If you must use Gemini, all your tasks will go to your primary calendar, because Gemini cannot, as of now, access your secondary calendars. Do not mind tasks going onto your primary calendar. All you have to do is to tell Gemini what you need done, the time you want to do it, the hours to block, and when you should be reminded. Gemini will do it. Google has Google Task. As Gemini to go it to do and put it on your Google Task, Gemini is going to do all of that. Lastly, calendar review. Now you need to review your calendar every night if need be before you go to bed, so that you can make adjustments based on what your next day is going to be, in case there are any changes, especially if you are planning your tomorrow a day before. Importantly, you need to review your calendar weekly, because things change. Nothing is cast in stones. Now, tips for choosing colors so your calendar does not look like masquerade. Think of any mood or energy that you want to feel or you want to see when you open your calendar. And you can also think of what colors to use for deep and focused work, so that when you see that color, you know automatically that this is a focus activity that you need to do at this time. You can also use your company colors if you have like work calendar. You can use your school colors if you have like school calendars, and if you're running a business, you can use your brand colors for your business. And that is it, guys. You have just organized your entire life using two free tools, Google Calendar and Gemini AI. You have gone from chaos to clarity, from mental clutter to a system that actually works for your real life. For all of the resources that you may need to do this by yourself, you're going to find it in the description, like the Google Sheet, Xcode, Gemini prompts. You will find everything in the description, so please grab them. The best part is that you only need to build it once. After that, it is just updates and tweaks. So please, I'm begging you, dedicate some time to do this. Now, if this video has been of value to you, please give it a like so more people can find it. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a comment. Let me know which parts of your life needed this the most: your business, your family, your personal growth. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want more videos like this on productivity, systems, and building a life that works for you, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Now you can go on and build your own system and take back your time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm going to see you all in another one. Bye.